What'd she say? Oh. Is everything going okay? Oh. Well, we rearranged our bedroom, and I got rid of when Mark's mom and I split ways. She ended up leaving her bedroom furniture with me, which is fine. The problem with the bedroom furniture is that it is made from disgusting particle wood that had like a faux marble cover, and so it was basically a headboard and like two nightstands with drawers. The nightstands with drawers we actually ended up tossing, but the headboard we kept because we were using it. But then one day, me and Jenny were like, let's get a new headboard. We gotta toss this. And then today, meaning like early this morning, I was really wired and I didn't get to bed until like about 1. And I was like, Jenny, when I wake up tomorrow, we're doing the bedroom. We're gonna get rid of that headboard. And she's like, okay. And so we ended up breaking down the headboard, and I mean like breaking it apart and taking it to the dumpster. And then we rearranged the room, and it actually looks nicer and feels like a bedroom instead of what we previously had, which was a bed that was taking up the majority of the room. Now it's a bed that takes up a part of the room with a crib in there that takes up a smaller part of the room, and yeah, it's better. Yeah. So I'm just waiting for you to join Apex, dude. Don't worry about it, Jenny. Just ignore it. Just take your time. I mean, really the Dr. Peppers, that's all. I mean, if you want to get Powerade, I had to think of what it was called. You know what I was gonna call it? Blue juice. If you want to buy like a Powerade that we can drink when we wake up, that'll be okay. But for sure, yeah, some blue juice. If you want, I'm fine. But no, don't. What, Gabe? Oh. That's fine, dude. It's okay. Do you remember Dylan Vaughn? Funny thing about him, he worked at that Domino's right where you ordered from. Like literally right down the street, he worked there. He was the assistant manager there, and then he quit because he was like, fuck this place, I'm done, I want to go somewhere, and so he went to WoW. Yeah. I loved that kid. He was funny. Very literal. If you told him to do something, like, because it was weird, that's when we started for PDS. They started the whole incentives for us where we got paid for our mentees performing, and Dylan was my top performer. I'd be like, Dylan, I need you to have these goals, and he'd write it down, And he'd be like, okay, and we'd have a conversation about like video games, but I would tell him, hey, here's what you need, here's what you have, and he would just okay and absorb that and take the feedback. He'd go back to his desk, take that goal and crush it by like 2 or 3 or whatever, and then like the next week he'd be like, oh hey, I didn't even see what I need to do, but I don't care. He'd be like, oh hey, like this is what I did, I've been tracking it, Chris. And he'd be like, I don't know what my daily is, I don't know what it is. No, that's you, shut up, that's you. No, but no, dude, I love that kid, he was good. Yeah.
Your champion.
Remember me, friends. I may kill you.
Oh no, he has a good relationship with his mom. His dad not so much. I never got anything about siblings from him. He's very much an introvert, and he's also very much into video games to the point where that is his life, if that makes sense.
Let's land here.
Really, no, like a good example would be Monster Hunter World came out, and that was he's all about that game, and he's the type of kid that plays a game to get 100% trophies. And no, dude, I mean like 100% trophies, like across all platforms. Xbox, PlayStation 4, computer, Nintendo Switch, yeah, like that kind of guy. And, yeah, maybe for the PlayStation 4, but yeah. And then he was also the guy that had to debunk Easter eggs. And yeah, dude, he was a cool kid. Yeah, like they'd be like, oh, this is this Easter egg, and then he would like show you on YouTube how to get said Easter egg. He'd be like, this is wrong, this is not, this is how you do it instead.
Opening fire on the enemy.
I'm pretty fucked right now. I'm sorry.
The enemies are shooting at me.
I feel like I'm slurring. Am I slurring? Son of a bitch, the whole team is here. Wait, what?
Shotgun bolt here. Level 3.
Fuck you, Craig. I'm just thinking South Park at this point. Oh, did we all die? Oh, fuck. You're gonna eat it. Dude, Domino's is good. I know, I was there, yeah. No, dude, I want to get together with you and order those huge blackjack pizzas again. Yeah, that was when we were at the hotel. That was blackjack. And you can't have a separate calzone because that kind of fucked it up. I mean like not fucked it up as in like oh my god, you asshole, you got a calzone. But no, like it fucked it up because like the kids ate your pieces of your calzone and they didn't eat all of the cheesy bread that we got and the pizza. Yeah, so I think we should just like order those huge pizzas again, and then this time like let's just like go to town Fat Boys? Yeah. Well, no, dude. The best big pizza is the Monster from out east. Yeah, or back east, yeah. Whatever it is on Briargate. Yeah, dude, when I worked at Zurich, they would do that. Like, for special occasions, they'd get it. Dude, if you do, don't worry about it. I got you. There are many times I've pissed, and you've covered for me.
Let's make a choice.
Just hit
Right
O.
here.
Hit O. Make me the leader.
Got a good feeling about this area.
Here we go. I'm the jump master. Here we go. Okay, all right.
Beginning ring countdown.
Oh, fuck. I thought I died. I am, but I was talking about in-game, not real life.
Attention.
Though, in all honesty, I had a dream that you and I and Jenny were playing this game, and I don't know what happened, but like I started to have a seizure, and as I was seizing, I guess hit my head really hard or something, and I died. And I could hear you and Jenny in the background, like, "Oh my God, what's going on?" And Jenny's like freaking out because I'm dead. And then like I hear you No, dude, it was loud. And then like as this is happening to me, like you're so overcome by what had happened that you're like, "Ugh!" And I guess you had a heart attack. And I was just, yeah, dude, like, it was so vivid. I was just like, damn. Yeah, dude, I could see everything that was happening to me and hear everything that was going on. Dude, but I have dreams like that all the time where I die and I can see all that stuff. Yeah, like, what's that? No. But I've been under anesthesia twice. Like, where I was, like, they did surgery on me. No, I was just in a deep sleep where, like, my body, like, if the only way I could equate anesthesia the way I experienced it was that my body had the off switch off. They just flipped a switch and I was done. And both times they were afraid that I was gonna die because I wouldn't wake up.
Ring's not far.
And like that's the thing with my family is that when narcotics and anesthesia affect us very, very differently than it would like the normal person. Like our body absorbs it very quickly and we process it very quickly, but we don't let go. Thanks, Jenny.
Ring's close.
That's crazy. Jenny, Gabe had a dream that he died. And then, like, how many weeks was it?
Warning. Heavy ammo here. In progress.
Like, 6 weeks later, like, Gabe clinically died. Like, isn't that crazy?
How did he clinically die?
How did you clinically die?
His heart's, well, he must have stopped breathing.
Oh, he did shrooms and his heart stopped. Which one do you prefer? And just give me the one. That was the first thought that came to mind. You want the Dr. Pepper, I'll take the Pepsi. See, because I'm such a nice guy.
Attention.
But yeah, that was my...
Delivering care package.
that was my dream last
Care
night, dude.
package
And
coming
it was
in.
really, it's life, dude. Like, that's how I look at it. But like, no, when I was in high school, oh, thank you. When I was in high school, I was like, I had this path that I was gonna stop fucking stroking it like it's a dick. It's fine. It's fine. I'll peg you. No, you're not, dude. You're right here.
Hey, only half the squads are left.
Kill leader appointed.
New kill leader. Heads
Have
up.
you ever had the Tabasco one?
What?
Have you ever had the Tabasco one?
Yeah, dude, and I'll never do it again.
Really?
Yeah.
I love them. They're really good.
This is so greasy. So good, though.
Yeah, I got it for after I drank that.
Mm.
Because that meat stick that you gave me.
Extended heavy
that
mag.
beef stick and
R301
cheese
here.
is so good for what? What's for? Sophia's Lily, she smells it.
She's a good dog. Cool girl. Anyway, dude, when I was in high school, I was gonna join the Air Force. Yeah, and like I had it all planned out. Like I knew what I was gonna do, and then I went to therapy. And like it's no fault of the therapist, but like he was in the military, and we got to talking, and he was like, "You don't want to join the military, like you join the civilian world and do that." And like we were talking about it. No, my therapist.
The rapist.
Cause like my brother, no, dude, you're fine. My brother had died,
Helmet here.
had just died like maybe 2 months before, and I had entered therapy, because my mom was so concerned, and like we all went to the same guy, and he was like a really cool dude. He's like literally right up the road from us. Like I could walk in there and be like, "Hey, John, how are you?" Like that's how, yeah.
John.
No, that's his name. I don't remember his last name, but his first name is John. And it's funny because, like, before we were seeing him, he would go to the doctor's office that my mom was working at. And a part of what he was trying to do, he was trying to be a psychotherapist, but he also wanted to have the ability to prescribe medication. And in the state of Colorado, a psychiatrist can only do that. A psychologist cannot. However, a psychologist can if they get a pharmacology degree. To get a pharmacology degree in the state of Colorado, a part of your completion to graduate is you have to shadow an actual doctor, an MD, for at least 3 months. And so what John did was he actually shadowed an MD that my mom worked at, but instead of going the 3-month route, he did it for 6 months.
Setting a portal.
So, like, he had his shit down pat. I don't know if he graduated from that program he was in or not, because we shortly after stopped seeing him, because we didn't have the insurance. But anyway, he had talked me out of it, and just basically, like, here's the military life, I really don't think that you could do it. And it wasn't like, oh, like, you're too dumb, or, oh, you won't make it. He was like, look, like, you know, this is for dumb people, and unfortunately I was a dumb person, but like oh shit, he did a portal in midair. No, this is what he told me. He said, I'm a dumb person because I joined with no college education. I got a college education, and then I became an officer. And I can tell you, yes. And I can tell you that you are not the mindset for the military. You are not the kind of guy that they would tell you to jump and you would say how high. You're the kind of guy that would jump and try to maximize the potential of that jump. And I was like, John, what do you mean by that? And he said his exact words, which like changed me for life, were like, if I told you to jump right now, Chris, what you would do, you would try to figure out the parabola of the height of the jump so that you could maximize how high. You're gonna overthink that I told you to jump, and the military doesn't deserve that type of
Incoming care
loyalty.
package. I love loot.
And I was just like, holy shit, John, you're right. They really don't deserve that. Yeah, I was like, holy shit, you don't deserve, you're right. And so, like, I didn't join the military because
Reloading. Whole squad's down. We made the right choices.
what?
Only 2 enemy squads left.
To what? No, dude, that's how Douglas was growing up. Like, I could do that, like, in my sleep. It's not that hard. Because Douglas didn't delineate between the civilian world and the military. So, like, I learned drill at a very young age because Douglas couldn't handle that. Just do it. I told you, it tastes great going down. It's the aftertaste that's gross because it's rye based. You didn't tell me that.
I didn't know what.
It's okay. Jenny, it's okay. I'm not mad. You motherfucker. Gabe, why didn't you warn me? No, Jenny, it's fine. I would caution you to hold your nose and drink as much of it as you can each time. Because it's gross.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Like, it's the aftertaste that gets you.
I have to do that with the rum.
Oh, dude, that's gross.
Give me my shield to recharge.
Gabe is drinking carbonated 151. You should have seen Jenny's face. She just, like, grew this, like, what the fuck? But yeah, no. Anyway, back to my story though. Yeah, that's sort of what happened. And shortly after that session, I had a very vivid dream that I was in an airport in Kuwait, and there was a guy that had been staking out the airport looking for Americans. And what he had did was he found himself in an air traffic control tower, and he killed everybody in there, and he was looking for Americans that had anything to do with the warplanes flying out, and me, that I was supposedly in this whole scenario, I was a radar technician, and so I was responsible for air traffic controlling, but I was on the runway, I wasn't in the tower. And so what ended up happening was I had saw him, and I had saw his rifle, and the warning bells went off, and I had gotten everybody in this concourse to take refuge away from his line of sight. And in the process of doing that, he had gunned me down. And when I say gunned me down, he did 3 shots. And like my body felt it, and in my mind I saw the aftermath. I saw one hit me in the knee and my kneecap blew out. One hit me in the arm, in the upper shoulder, and I could see that it impacted and lodged in the bone. And the last one hit me in the voice box, and it went through and went out, and boom, and I laid down. And then as I was dying, I was being patched up by this medic, and I watched this other guy with an M16 just point it and boom, and he shot a clip into this tower, and I watched this guy's head burst like it was a cherry or a grape or a blueberry, whatever fruit that bursts. And then that's when I died. It's going down, I told you, and then it's the aftertaste. It's the aftertaste after a while. No. Yeah. Oh, you need to put this up. No, dude, I had a dream once. I wet the bed at like 17 years old. And I'm not proud for saying that, but this is what had happened. I had a dream. No, dude, I had a dream that I was driving with a woman, and I don't remember who the woman was. She was featureless. But I would equate her to being like my wife, I guess. And we were driving on a mountaintop, and I had taken a curve, but it was snowing. And so, as I was down to go to the curve, I hit a patch of black ice and we spun out. I pushed her out the door and she lived, but I tumbled about like 600 feet to the bottom and I died. But I felt everything that happened. So as we're tumbling, like, my bowels voided and I was still alive for a couple of seconds before shock set in and I died. And I fell off my bed, and my body's first reaction was, oh shit, you died. And everything relaxed, and I pissed. And my brother had died, but my mom had heard, because she was very hypersensitive to that stuff at that point, you know, like loud noises and cries for help and whatnot. And so my mom like ran up the stairs. And she's like, you're okay. And like, I literally thought I was dying. I was in shock. I couldn't breathe. Like, I could see, but I was gonna have a heart attack. And my mom was like, Christopher, you son of a bitch, you're going into shock. And that's literally what she told me. And she like got me to stand up. And she got me to the couch, and she had me prop my legs up, and like I sat there for like 30 minutes with my mom talking to me, telling me to stay awake, and that I was okay, and then like I could finally talk, and she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I love you, Mom. I'm okay now." And she's like, "I'm gonna walk you to bed," and the poor mom, she ended up staying outside my bedroom door for about 5 minutes to make sure that I was okay, and then she went downstairs and went back to sleep. Yeah, it was rough though, like, cause I literally thought I had died. It was the awful feeling. It was an awful feeling. But yeah.
Anyone passes through here, will know.
Oh, I've had that happen once, dude. Oh, I thought you were talking about. I thought you were talking about sleep paralysis. No, I had sleep paralysis. I had a dream that I was camping, and wolves found my tent. And they had ripped it to shreds while I was asleep in it. But, like, it was weird because, like, my dog, Amy, she's a border collie, which is why, like, I like border collies so much. But she was sleeping on the bed, under the bed. And then what she would do is she would sleep under the bed to make sure that you're okay. And then after a while she would jump on the bed to let you know she was there. And she had just jumped on the bed. And I thought that she was a wolf. And I thought that she was there to kill me. And I was like, I couldn't move. I couldn't talk to her. Like, I was paralyzed by fear. It was the worst feeling ever. It's only happened to me once. No, I could breathe. I couldn't move.
When I was in elementary school, I woke up and
Is the baby sleeping?
Appointed.
New kill leader. Soon to be me.
Yeah.
Map shows we're spread out. Just passing that info along.
Yeah, dude, sleep paralysis is awful.
45 seconds. Backpack here. Level 3.
Yeah, you're just... Yeah, dude, I've had that happen a lot. You're just... and you can't breathe. And then, like, you take a breath in, but you can't take the breath in. But you can breathe out just fine. Well, no, like you're talking about sleep paralysis stuff. Like that was how I felt. The wind was knocked out of me, but I couldn't breathe. I could breathe out though, just fine, but I couldn't take a breath in. Yeah. And then like dream. I think that really dreams shape our reality, and the only reason why I say that is because I remember I had a dream one day. I was like with Mark's mom. We had just moved in together, and I had a dream, a very vivid dream, that she had fought with me. And when I say fought with me, like we had yelled and screamed. Mark was like maybe 3 months at the time in the stream, but we had fought, yelled and screamed, and she punched me. And that I punched her back because she was biting me. And like this was like a year and a half before we moved in together. And no joke, like maybe a year and a half after that dream, that same exact scenario happened, except for instead of, and I thought about that a lot, like I'll never punch a woman, even if I'm punched, but if she won't let go of me, or she won't stop being violent with me, I'll defend myself. And I felt really bad because, like, I bit her instead of punching her. Like, I latched on like I was a fucking dog, and I just did not let go until she let go of my arm. And for about like 3 weeks, she had like a dog bite. That's what it looked like, a dog bite on her upper arm. And that was because of me. And then after that situation had happened, I had a dream where she was apologizing to me for something she had did. I don't remember what it was, but she was apologizing profusely. She was crying, and I decided that I was going to be empathetic to her, and I took her somewhere. I think it was Olive Garden. And sure enough, what happened? Like a year later, to the T, she had some bad news delivered to her about her mom. She talked to her mom. Her mom was like, fuck you, I hate you. And she was just really down. And it was on Mother's Day. And what did I do? I took her, instead of to Olive Garden, I took her to Old Chicago and we got drunk. Yes! Yes! I was like, this is some deja vu shit. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna change the scenario. Every time I've had deja vu, I've done that. Like, Jenny, just today, you were supposed to pick up Old Elk instead of what you picked up for. And I was supposed to tell you to pick up Old Elk and you didn't. Instead, I told you get whatever you want as long as it's cheap. And that's exactly what you did. Is that not crazy? I've always done that when I have deja vu. Like, I recognize that this is deja vu, and I'm just like, fuck it, I'm going against the programming. I go against the programming, though, because, like, I don't ascribe to the belief that deja vu is, like, another reality happening. I think what it is that deja vu is literally ESP, and it's telling you, look, this is like a possible future, you should change that shit. And I'm like, I'm gonna change that shit. What'd you say?
I wish I had more of these.
Yeah, dude, Slim Jims are so bad for you, but they're so good. I told you, it tastes great, but it's the rye. It burns.
I'm not even done. I have like a third left. I'll probably be on the next match. Did you hear me? Did you hear me?
What, Jenny? Okay. Yeah, no, dude. I never had. Well, that was until before I met Jenny that I ever got a number from a girl where she wrote it out. But I had a dream that I met this girl in Walmart, and it was totally innocuous. Like, I didn't talk to her, she didn't talk to me, but like we were in the same aisles, we were buying the same stuff, and then when I went to go check out, she was behind me, and she said, "Oh, it looks like we have the same meal planning." And my response to her was, "Yeah, we should cook the same dinner, and you come over, I'll cook the main course, you cook the side dishes." And her response was, "Okay, here's my number, let's do it. Here's when I work next week." But what actually happened was we did exactly that, same aisle, same items. She checked out before me, and my response was, "So your meal planning, what's your day you normally cook? Is it Saturday or Sunday?" Because that's what I do. I cook every weekend the week ahead. And she was like, "Oh, I do it on Sunday." And I said, "How about I come over to your place this Sunday? I know what you're cooking with that. I'll cook the steak. You can cook the potatoes and the mixed vegetables." And she was like, "Okay," and gave me her number. And what was supposed to happen was we were supposed to have sex, because that's what happened in the dream. And yeah, dude, that's what happened in the dream. I'll get Luke to vouch for me. I thought you were talking to me, dude. Oh shit, that was perfectly timed, dude. No, dude, that was perfectly timed. You gotta get Luke to vouch for you. But no, in the dream I ended up having sex with this chick, and in reality, what I ended up doing instead was I was like she wanted to do something, and I was like, "Look, you're great, you're a great gal, but you're not my type. I'm not your type. I think maybe we should be friends." And what she, instead of crying and throwing a fit like what a normal girl would do, her exact response was, "You're right, I guess. Thanks for like not leading me on and making me feel bad about it." And that was the last time I saw this chick. And the funny thing too, Jenny, her name was Crystal, and she was white, and guess how she spelled it? Exactly! The trailer trash version. Exactly. Krystil. Yes, because she's white trash. It is Crystal.
That's like Christian.
That's how she would say it, but I was like, "That's Crystal." And she told me the reason why she got named that is because her... Don't throw me that shit, you fucking bitch. Go throw that in the trash can. I ain't no fucking trash can. Anyway, she told me the reason why she was named that is because her parents felt fancy, and on the night of her conception, they drank champagne, and it was Crystal, and it was spelled normally, and they were like, Then I was like, "Yeah, no." Yeah, right? Like, when she told me that, I was like, I'm gonna pass. Hard pass. Sorry.
So if we had steak on the night of conception...
Yeah, like, that's... What really did it for me was when we were eating, I was like... Well, no, when we were eating, I was like, "Hey, do you have steak knives? Because the steak is pretty tough. I cooked it medium rare because that's how you gotta eat this kind of steak." And she was like, "I got butter knives. I don't eat steak knives for steak. I eat steak knives for ribs." And I was like, "Whoa! That's some trailer trash shit. I'm out of here." It was just like maybe 3 months before I met you.
I am taking
physically
fire.
met you, like,
Reloading.
before we went to the mall.
I have been downed.
Can you put your
10
hands
seconds. The ring is
This
close.
is like around the time. Oh, I'm sorry,
love
dude.
this song.
I'm gonna mute myself for a second.
We're a team of 2 now. I've got your back. We need to go. Ring's moving.
Healing up. Give me a sec.
I'm bleeding out.
Dude, I'm so sorry that your kids are fucking up right now. I'm sorry, dude.
Big, small,
The vibe is getting to me. Do you want to do it right now? An extra shot of gin in that? Okay, then drink it. Dude, I'm sorry. I'm feeling that vibe right now. So here's the funny thing about that statement, Jenny. Jenny, here's the funny thing about that statement. The very first time I got drunk, I was 15 years old. I was at a party because this kid, he was an 8th grader. I was a 7th grader. No, I wasn't a 7th grader. I was a junior. Shut up. Listen, I was a freshman, and I was a sophomore. I don't remember. I was a sophomore, and he was a junior. That was when it was. And his brother just came home from living in CSU downtown, and they were throwing a party, and that was the very first time I got drunk, and I was feeling it. And when I say I could feel my atoms, like, that's what I was feeling. Like, I could feel every fiber of my being. It was weird. And this one guy, he came in the room, and he was like a fucking Debbie Downer, and he was crying because his girlfriend left him, and blah, 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 I'm not a PhD candidate anymore because I'm a fucking faggot. And, like, I could feel him before he entered the room. Like, on the opposite side of this house, I felt his presence. Everybody else in the room and in the gym were happy except for him. And I felt his bad vibes. And there's this guy that was smoking pot. And he was like, whoa, there's some bad vibes going on right now. And when he said that, I looked at him and I told him, yeah, man, I can feel that. It's that dude right there. And I pointed at him, and he was like, yeah, that dude's got some bad vibes. Let's go get a drink. And I ended up drinking one more drink with him. And that was the dude that took me home when he was driving home to take me home. No, he was high. He wasn't drunk. Yeah.
This is your champion.
Dude, the dude was like 23 years old. I was like 15. I don't care. The point is he was high, and he had like a drink, and he was driving me home because I was his friend. And on the way home, he was like, bro, like telling me about like the celestial being that we're all related to, and that only certain people can tap into that. And I relate with that shit because that's so true. Because so many people are apathetic to other people's stuff, and then there's those people that are empathetic and feel that shit, and like legit, like that opened my mind. I was drunk, but that opened my mind. No, dude, because being sympathetic to something is situational. If you're empathetic to... Oh, okay, I heard sympathy, my bad. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. Like, that shit opened me up. And he was like, you could say that's like your third eye, but like really, like third eye type of stuff is like, you can see into the future. And I was like, holy shit, you're right. Like, yeah. And that's when I learned that I was empathetic to people instead of sympathetic. I died. Dude, I'm quitting. What?
Go respawn so we can do that.
No, you have to drink all... Here.
The taste is bad.
Give me your Dr. Pepper. You can only have my Pepsi when you do that shot of fucking gin straight up. That gin is so fucking good. Oh, dude, that gin is amazing.
What is that?
Sipping on that gin and... That's, Bangalore.
That looks fucking awesome.
Sipping on some gin and juice. Dude, I miss playing Saints Row. I forgot how fun that... Oh. Yes, you can. You have to.
I'm gonna throw up, I swear to God.
Then pour more of your Dr. Pepper in there.
I can't do a shot. I'm telling you, I can't.
Yes, you can. Look at me. Hey. Yes, you can. Look at me. Look. Drink that first. That's not what?
Charged and ready.
Stay right there.
I think we're going to do great, friend.
Dude, and here's what's really weird. Like, in all honesty, now that I think about it, I know you, but I don't know you. Like, I remember working at WoW, and I was like, there's some people here that I'm gonna know. And like, I think the reason why you and I got along so well was because of some past live shit, and because like you and I have like the same personality almost. Like, no, some past life shit. Like, we did some shit together in a past life, and that's the only way why I can equate why we're on the same wavelength. If you want to go that route, that's fine. Or if you ascribe to the belief that we've all reincarnated, either way, I'm not going to argue with that because it's a past experience that's been shared between two people. And that's the reason why I think that, like, before I even knew you, like, who you were, or just talking in that team meeting when Oulette introduced me was so important. Because, like, dude, I didn't feel off guard. What? What?
Oulette was her name?
His name, Michael Oulette.
Oh, okay.
Attention.
No, that was his last name.
That's the first of many nights to go out.
Beginning ring countdown.
Maybe?
Feels like
I've
charging
talked to
the air.
him, but no. Dude, I think that's the reason why when Oulette introduced me to the team, like, I was so quick to trade barbs with you. And vice versa, like, because, like, we had a shared experience over...
Do you think the baby's sleeping?
Same here, but yeah. But no, that's just why I think that, like, in all honesty, like, I feel like I've known you
Do you think the baby?
longer than you and I have known each other.
Do you think the? I can't.
She might be. I'm not. For sure, dude. Vice versa. For sure, vice versa.
What do you say?
No kill leader.
That Gabe is very different from other people in his generation and age group, and I'm very different from people in my generation and age group.
Different from my.
You are, but that's because you're special. And I love
Helmet
you.
here. Level 2.
You have a head up your ass,
That
is
would
what
come in
Gabe
handy.
said.
I'm gonna.
I know. Did you hear her? I'll shove my fist up your ass in your face. You fag. Yes. Yeah.
Merci.
No problem.
The next time I see
got
Gabe,
you.
we gotta hold our hand up when he's done.
I forgot to tell him is this organic when he made me coffee.
I know.
Damn it. Chris, are my legs skinnier?
Yes,
They feel
I can see your vagina. Yep.
So there's
No, I can see it.
you can't see shit.
Yeah, I can.
I have can't.
Take them off. Love you, bitch. You're my main. My one and only. Oh shit! Hurry! He's reviving! Shit! You should ask her. I fucked up with somebody like that, and I was a bot, and I was just like, where do you know me from?
What do I tell her? Oh. I reported that not as spam.
Attention. The kill leader has been eliminated. Care package
Thanks.
being delivered.
Why do you talk to her so much?
Who?
Deborah Lee.
Deborah Herky? I'm not talking to her right now. I'm talking to Jose.
This is a free gift.
What is that? What is it? Can I stick my dick in it?
No. No, it goes into my vagina. And then this long finger can go into my asshole too.
Oh, it's one of those. Jenny got an email about a sex toy. Hey, did you finish this?
See?
Oh, it's a double dildo. That means when I call your mom over, you and your mom can... No, I'm just messing with you. Here, can you finish this, please? Finish it. Finish it, please. Finish it. Hey. 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 Finish it. Hi, hi, hi. Girl. Finish it. The cum lakes? What the fuck is that? Is that like where you're like, "Ugh!" But like thousands of times where people... Drink it. Have what? No. I will leave you if you do.
No, why?
Because why do you need that?
I don't need it.
Are we long distance for a long time? Exactly. Did you finish it? I love this because they wax stamp every lid to show that it hasn't been tampered with.
Can I have it?
No. Stop. Drink. Jenny, I'm gonna punch you. But I'm not really gonna punch you because I love you. I am very disappointed that Andrew won't join us tonight. Is that bad?
Yeah.
I know, but I'm genuinely offended by that. Where did I put the shot glass? Oh, there it is. I am genuinely offended by that.
Hurting my stomach so much.
Because it's rye. It's rye based.
What about me?
Rye is a type of... Okay, this is a 4-grain mash, which means it's rye, it's wheat, and 2 other types of grain that I know. Flax, and I don't know what the other one is. Okay? The other one that you just drank is made only from rye. So what they did... Jenny, come back here. What they did was they took rye, and they added water to it, and they let it ferment for several months, and they're like, we got alcohol. What they did with this one, they said, okay, I got rye, flax, wheat, and that other one I'm forgetting, and they're like, hey, I've let this sit for several weeks or months. Let's make some booze. That's the difference. This one has a wide variety. That one does not.
They also put...
I'll clean it up. This one is mine. Right here. This one is yours. She's all like fucking looking at me like, bitch, those are my fucking Cheerios. I love you. It's mine. Yeah, shut up. This isn't fucking... You should make us ramen. Yeah. The noodles would be good for you. After a fashion.
Hey, I haven't even gone to play yet. I haven't gone to play yet. I'm not doing fucking...
Like I said, I'm genuinely offended that Andy Abels couldn't join us. But I get it.
He's a God-fearing man.
I get it. I'm not going to judge him because I get it.
He's a God-fearing.
He's a God-fearing man. I love him.
Allison said that her family is religious, but they do...
Oh, yeah. Woo! Life on the wild side.
It is?
420 blaze it.
See what I got her?
Yeah.
Cause she liked the
Shut up and drink it.
She liked the cheese and ravioli.
Yeah. That's why I don't give him money anymore. Can you still hear me? Okay, how about now? Can you hear me? Why did the 420 on 420 you? Okay. Okay, explain it to me. 420 on 420 with 420s. Explain why that... No, why that, like, blew your mind.
She's smoking weed on April 20th.
Yeah, of 2020 at 420. And what do you mean, like, what does the last 420 signify? Four $20 bills? Are we talking about four blunt? Like, help me to understand that.
Four $20 bills.
Okay,
This is hurting my stomach.
just trust me.
The time is all blurry. Should I join you guys right now? Let me go join.
So what's a 20 though? That's what I'm trying to understand. No, I know how that came to be, but I'm talking about the 20s part because they're taking the date of 4/20/2020 and they're saying that at 420 there's going to be the number 4 and the number worded out 20s.
Guys.
Oh shit, okay. Now I get it. I'm such a retard. I thought that was like lingo for like there's gonna be like that that is
Thank
cool.
you. 'Cause
I
nobody
invited
was
Jenny.
inviting me.
I just invited you.
No. What did you say? What do I have to do? I need it. Thanks, Gabe. I'm already in the group. I need it for 4-1. Finishing move is Mirage. 3 knockdowns is Caustic, and 1 game is Pathfinder. Oh Oh my gosh, I have so much shit to finish, but that's fine because I work. And I'm picking up extra shifts. So I'm working more than normal.
Oh fuck!
Chris, I can't drink this.
Yes, you can. Just hold your nose and well, don't hold your nose. Just tilt your head back.
I actually like the taste of gin. It's probably one of my favorite alcohols.
With the Sierra Mist, it was too lemon limey.
Yeah, but with
like
Sprite,
I said,
it's really good.
Dry Town, the fucking distillery makes it aromatic, and they make sure that that aroma is exactly what you're drinking. So that lemon lime smell when you pop that cork is what you're drinking. 100%.
It's delicious.
And that shit is delicious.
No, I needed to be Pathfinder.
Tell Luke I said that he's a good
If I may be honest, I find death.
He ate 2 penises, what?
Sounds like a good time.
I just do the job.
Princel? Princels? that would go good with some beverages and chocolate.
Can I have some beverages? Can I have a chocolate pretzel?
And a butter ooh, hell yeah.
Bro! Let's do it! Fuck yeah! Chocolate pretzels with butter. So we butter them up. No, but not like crunchy pretzels, soft pretzels. So we butter them up at first. We bake that shit, and then we dip them in fondue. Yes, dude. And then wait, and then we put salt on the top. Oh, let's do it, dude. I'm with all of that too, and bacon bits. I set a fence. It didn't work. He killed me before I could set it.
Oh my god, are you guys down?
I
quit.
What
are you doing? Oh, I died. You know, if we were to play fucking Friday the 13th and if I was Jason, everybody would probably fucking live.
Let's play Friday the 13th. Yeah. Let's do it. I'm quitting right now.